Well, hello. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. What I do know, it is a good day. And I pray that you are having a good day. It's another episode of Real Talk, Real Solutions, and it is certainly a winning Wednesday. And I pray the same for you. My name is Dr. Anana Pfeiffer Darrell Home. I am glad that you are able to join me today. Another amazing episode where we're really having some good old conversation. Women of dialogue. That's what we do. And tonight I am excited. It's a new season. A lot of us it's the first week of September, and our kids are going back to school. Teachers are heading back, going into the fall season. So we're making a shift and a transition. And I know for us here in the United States and even globally, we're experiencing some challenges and some loss. We know our Black Panther, our Black superhero, rest in peace, that passed just this past Chadwick, that passed this past weekend. And it's just a lot that's happening, in this time and in this season. But I'm truly grateful and honored. I guess I got my Wakanda look on tonight. I got my hair wrap going. I have my royalty feel. But you know what? Even in such a great loss, and I think really understanding the more that we're hearing about his story, and battling colon cancer for 4 years, but still moving forward, still producing numerous of films and bringing excellence to the world. It is quite a story, quite an example. And for us that are still here, that we know we have to be about our purpose, be about our mission. And tonight, I'm super excited that I am highlighting Moms on a Mission. We're really starting to launch our program. And I have a mom on a mission tonight. I have a woman that is just that. And she's going to share a bit of her story. And we're going to share a little bit about our time together and how God really brought us together. But I just wanted you to know, if you're watching, and just the time is now. Like, it's no longer, we have to stop postponing our purpose. Yeah. And if you're watching, I want you to even type that in. We're no longer postponing your purpose. It's time to move forward. It's time to use whatever is in your hand, that dream, that vision, that gift that God has given you. The time is now. And I say that because, listen, tomorrow is not promised. So who are we to not fulfill everything that God has put inside of us to go forward in our purpose? So no more postponing our purpose. This is not the time, and this is not the season. It's time to go forward. As me, it's talking about being a mom on a mission, still being able to have a successful family, marriage, be a great mom, but also be about your purpose and be about the mission that God has tasked you for this time in this season. So I'm excited. I want to just tell you a little bit about our guest. She is hailing down from the Atlanta, Georgia market. So y'all know I'm up north, but she down south. So let me tell you, I know her. I'm trying to even think of the amount of years, but it doesn't matter. Let me give you an intro. And then we're gonna have her come on and talk about this thing. So Sonya Yeadon, she is my guest tonight. She is a business owner. She is a wife for almost 21 years. She'll be celebrating her 21st anniversary in October. She is a mother of three amazing children, which I admire from afar. Austin is the youngest. I'll say him first because that's my boo. He is 8 years old. Raven is her beautiful daughter. She's 16, and Cameron is 19. So she has three amazing children, and she's been a stay-at-home mom for 20 years. 20 years she's been a stay-at-home mom, and she prayed for an opportunity to work from home and to have the opportunity to be with her kids. And the opportunity at that time was prepaid legal services. We're going to talk about that. And that's where we met. So she was an entrepreneur. And after many years of being in multi-level marketing, she was ready. She discovered that she was ready to build her own brand instead of building someone else's. So she began Sonya's Divine Creations. It's a salad company which has grown now to selling full meals, catering, even being a private chef. We're going to talk more about that. She's a personal chef. She now has a business partner, and the sky is the limit for Sonya's Divine Creations and Miss Sonya Yeadon, this mom on a mission. So I'll have the pleasure of introducing Sonya. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Oh, awesome. We finally got you here. Listen,
Yes,
we finally
yes,
were able to connect and get you here to talk and chat. And you know, this is just us, right? I mean,
yes,
we could talk and go on and on. We've been connected now. I want to say, has it been like 12 years? Maybe
yes. How old
more.
is your youngest son?
So my youngest is 14. He'll be 15.
Also, it's longer than that.
So right
Remember, you
because
weren't even pregnant. Remember, we was
oh
there when we
girl.
got the news, sweetheart. We went through that together. Remember? Lord help me. Both
Oh
of
my
us went
goodness.
through that.
So it must be about 15 years.
16. It has to be 16
Maybe
years.
16 years
Mhm.
since we've met, right?
Absolutely.
So I want to just tell everybody, and while you're here, the one thing that I admire about you, because I'm always, for the positive energy, definitely uplifting and supporting our sisters, but you have always been one that supported me. I mean, again, for 15, 16 plus years, we might not talk for a year, 2 years, but it don't
Uh-huh.
matter. You always cheer me on. You always listen, girl, what you need?
Yes.
Let me put this order in for you. Whatever it has been along this
Absolutely.
journey, you've always been someone that has been in my corner and been rooting for me, praying for me. I mean, from everything, all the ups and downs of life. And just for that, I want to say thank you. I thank you even for saying yes to be
Oh,
here tonight. So I just wanted
you're
you to know
welcome.
that I appreciate you and I admire, your leadership, your tenacity, and more importantly, just being a woman of God that certainly, celebrates family in
Hmm.
that
Thank
regard.
you.
So yes. So what's going on? Say
You're
hello
welcome.
to everybody. I did
Yeah.
my intro. What else you want to let folks know about you?
Well, first of all, thank you so much, and I love you to pieces. I admire everything that you've accomplished and the time that you've accomplished it. Myself, because you truly are a boss lady. Okay, and the leadership skills and the things that you've endured and gone through, but you still came out on top. And God, to me, birthed all of this, but you had to go through the process to get here. Okay. And both of you and I have two children that we did not plan for. We're going to say that definitely in coming. Let's not get it twisted here. This baby, in the name of Jesus, this 8-year-old that's here, hallelujah. Some of you, I know you guys don't know me personally, but long story short, hey, Miss Pfeiffer, mine came from my husband. I was turning 40 years old. I had just lost 40 pounds, and I was planning my 40th birthday. And so I was getting very, very ill and sick, and I knew that I had bronchitis because I got it every year. Long story short, went to emergency room, told them give me a shot and some oxygen. And honey, Lord knows, when I was getting to leave out, they checked my urine, found out I was pregnant. I don't know, was I pregnant? We had 4.5 months to get ready for a baby we had no idea about. And the fact that my husband had a vasectomy, it reversed on its own. So now we have an 8-year-old in the name of Jesus.
Whoa, wait a minute. That's a story all by itself, girl. You can write a
Baby,
book about that.
y'all don't even know. And now my nerves bad over here, because we started school. We've been in school now for probably, well, it's been over a month. And before we left out, before when COVID first came, we started, we started doing virtual as well, but it was different. Like now we're in virtual every day. And when I tell you guys, it has been, honey, I'm looking for a teacher. I'm gonna pay that joker. You understand me?
Good
I
money.
already told parents, you better get your coins together. We're gonna bring somebody to my downstairs basement because we are not educators. I don't have any patience. I'm not a school teacher. The computer goes down all day. The teachers are getting frustrated. It's just like, and then I'm working on top of that. And I'm looking like, how are we supposed to maneuver all of this
Yeah.
work, make sure that they're doing what they need to do and still live. And so what happened, the greatest gift that happened for me before they just went back to school, backtrack here, I started on this 75-day journey, health journey. I met a young lady out at the park, found out we go to church together, and she was telling me about this 75-day mental challenge. And I was like, girl, I'm gonna do that. And she was like, everybody say they're gonna do it. I said, no, girl, I'm gonna do this because it ain't about weight loss, it's about mental toughness. And so I started on the journey. I'm on day 60 now with the journey. Whoo, whoo, and let me tell you, it's been a journey, but it was the best thing ever happened to me because it gave me freedom. Like I would get up in the morning and I go out there, walk, then I go in the evening, or I walk, my neighborhood, whatever worked. And sometimes if I miss that, I will work out at home. But now the devastating part is that because my son is in school, he has to be on at 7:45.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, God, I just want to go walk first and then deal with him.
Right.
But you
Come
have
on,
to
babe.
be here. You know what I'm saying? Here to make sure he's on because he's not that kid. Now my other two kids, they're very studious. This
Right.
little boy said he doesn't even supposed to be in school. He's a gamer. He's a YouTuber. Girl, I'm like, Father God, help me. So I call my counselor because I go to counseling every week. And if any of you women out here, and let me tell you guys something, I don't care if you're a mother, grandmother, I don't care what you are. Don't ever let anybody tell you that you don't need mental health. Because in order to do the things that we do,
Yeah.
we have to have someone on the other end that's not in a judgment zone,
Right.
but that is a professional and that will be able to help us get back on track. Like she literally has told me this is the second week, and she told me last week again, Sonya, you are COVID burnt out.
Mm.
You have to go somewhere with a girlfriend. Told me where to go that's safe and everything because she said you're gonna have a nervous breakdown. That's just where I am now because I never got a break. So we had a trip planned for like 8 days and it got canceled, the cruise because of COVID. So I haven't been anywhere. I've just been working, working, working and dealing with the kids. And it really has taken a toll on me personally. So we're going to be out of school a week in September. If you ever lived in Georgia, honey, we get more breaks than anybody in the world. So we already just started school, but every 6 weeks we get another week off. So
Okay.
we'll be out of school for a week in September.
Okay.
And that's when we're going to plan to go somewhere because I don't want to do it in Labor. There's going to be too many people out here. That's just not what I'm going to do. But I tell you the dynamicness of it and the things that you take for granted. I took my freedom of being able to get up out of here and leave when I got ready until school started, and it has just changed everything, including my challenge. So when I leave off of here, I'm tired, believe me, because I've been working all day doing my salads. But I'm going to walk because that's my peace of mind. That's the only sanity I'm getting because I haven't gone anywhere,
Right.
due to COVID.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Now there's a whole lot even in what you just said. Because
Mhm,
I mean you
mhm,
talked about therapy and the
mhm.
need to really, and that's all even about self-care and your own mental health. Because
Absolutely.
I always say, listen, if I go down, this whole ship is going down. Let me
Oh
tell
my
you right now, you're going down like it's
God.
Titanic. So one thing I
It won't even
know,
it
I
won't even
got to
it
take
won't even
care of
stand
me
still.
in order for all of this to even go forth. So
Yes,
just kudos on even that and focusing on your mental health is really,
absolutely.
really key. And now talking about your physical health,
Mhm,
because these are all these are all, this is it. Like, this is all we have. You know what I mean?
mhm.
Like, it's your
All
mind, your
all
body,
we
your
have.
spirit. And so 60 days on I did the 30-33. I did 30 days or 33 days or what have you. But you're now 60 days in on a
Mhm,
75-day challenge. Tell me about the
absolutely.
challenge.
Well, there are 5 things that you're supposed to do in this challenge, and one of them is you have to exercise twice a day for 45 minutes, and one has to be outside. The other one can be outside or, in your home or, both of them can be outside. You also have to read 10 pages of a personal development book. You have to drink a gallon of water. You have to have a good health plan, nutrition plan. And
Mm.
I'm missing one. Hold on. And what am I missing? Hold on 1 second. Gallon of water, drink, personal development, good nutrition. And you can't drink. oh Lord, you can't drink or eat things you're not supposed to. So that's the whole key to those 5 elements. And the thing about it is that I got ill for 3 days. I was so angry because I still tried to work out. I was like, I'm determined I'm going to work out if I have to do sit down workouts. But
Mhm.
I was so sick, there was no way. It would have just been foolishness. And I refused to start over. So what I did instead is that I said I'll just extend the days if I need to.
Yeah, exactly.
And now that challenge taught me so much about loving me
That's
and my
right.
philosophy, and everything that I speak on here and wherever I speak is the first thing when you guys hear me. You have to give yourself an hour of power.
All right.
That
An
goes for
hour of
men too,
power.
100. I'm a lady, so I'm talking to us right now.
Right.
So we have to give ourselves an hour of power. Even if you go in your bedroom, close the door. If you don't take care of you first, you can't give them something that you don't have. And for me, the mental break with this, and the reason I was able to do so much, even in my business, the energy, I mean, I was a whole different person
Mhm.
because I had given to myself first. I worked out, and then I came here, took a shower, then I did prepared my lunches for my people. And sometimes I had to alter it because if I have to be somewhere, have a company and they got to have lunch, that's a little different. But for the most part, every day, that's what I did, 7 days a week, and you cannot have a day off. So you're working 75 days straight. That definitely is mental toughness because I was exhausted like I am today. But I'm going to do it because the other thing I tell people, your health is your wealth. And without our health, it doesn't matter much money you get, you're not going to be able to spend it, or otherwise you're going to spend it on the doctor bills because you're sick. And I don't want to be sick and wealthy. I want to be healthy and wealthy so I can enjoy the fruits of my labor and what I've been building.
Indeed, indeed. So this is good. So your first advice is have a hour of power for yourself
Hmm.
every single day, right? Regardless of wherever you go, whatever it's got to be in the garage, on the porch, on the deck, in the car, whatever. Make sure you give yourself an hour, right?
Exactly. And and that's advice from my counselor as well.
Okay, good stuff, good stuff. And I see, is it Asia? She was saying amen to counseling. She said she spoke to hers yesterday. That's right,
Amen,
girl.
honey. Amen.
You have got to take care of your mental health, and just having somebody to listen to you,
Mhm.
to vent things, and
Yes,
just mental health is so, so key. So
it
this
is.
is good. We already off to, because we can go into all kinds of stuff. So let's just talk about this. So you've been at home for 20 years, and I think I saw Donna there. She's been a stay-at-home mom as well, so I know she can relate. You've been married for 21 years. I mean, all of these
Yes,
things is a testimony in itself. Your oldest is 19, and then of course
yes.
that baby is 8 years old. So you've got this gap in age. That's how I am. My oldest is actually 25, and
Mm-hmm.
my baby is 14. Um, so, and you know that when
Yes,
that
ma'am.
last one came up and took everything out of me, the whole
Yes, it did.
life out of me. Oh my goodness, took everything just
Oh, I remember it like yesterday, sweetheart.
and there you were. I was like, you having a what? When you told me
Mm,
where this little one came from.
girl. Jesus. Jesus. I've been trying to send it back, but he ain't went back. I'm just saying, Lord
No,
help me.
you got him. You got him. He's an amazing young man, though. He really, really is. He's just such a genuine kid, like he's been here before.
Mhm.
So let's talk about it. So we met through Prepaid Legal, and so you were my
Mhm.
sponsor, and now
Absolutely.
Legal Shield. So you sponsored me into the
Yes.
business when I met you down south. I've always come down south. I'm always,
Yes.
And
Yes.
so I
It's
met
a
you
little
down
down
there.
here.
And so you
Mhm.
sponsored me into the business. And
Mhm.
even with that, I mean, as far as leadership development, and we've both been in, various companies since then. So that
Absolutely.
entrepreneurship and learning business etiquette, recruiting, retention, I mean, we've learned so much, and you've always
Yes.
been a leader in that regard. So let's even talk to the entrepreneur, to the woman out there that is
Mhm.
trying to balance, if there is such a thing. Some people believe in balance, some people think no. What is your thoughts or your advice, or even just anything that you want to share in regards to just balancing business And specifically, I want to just deal with, before we get into the Sonya's creations, I want to just talk about balancing multi-level marketing businesses and the benefits, of it. And what do you say if someone's been thinking about it and they just started something and they're not doing it fully right now, because you definitely are a veteran in that. So what do you say? And you were even saying, and I heard a bit in your bio that you were looking for an opportunity, of a way that you can be home, work a business, earn income, and such. So what do you think about that in your experience of working in MLM and things? What would you say and share on that?
Well, one of the things I believe, like for me, multi-level marketing is so much more than just the money that you make, in all honesty, especially as a female, because we rule the industry. Don't ever be don't ever be fooled or let anyone tell you women run on multi-level marketing, period. um, and that's why they always want to recruit us, because we are multitaskers. We can do 100 things and still get the job done. I will always tell a woman, if they can find something that they're passionate about and that you love, and it'll allow you to stay home, not just for being home with your kids, in all honesty, but just having a parent there. It was important to me to be able to at least have one of us available for our children, because I didn't want to ever have to be put in the position that I had to choose between my children and someone else's job, because the job would never win. And then I knew that my husband made more money than I did at the time. So my thing was, it will always have to be me to get off. But I always wanted to have a parent there, in case something happened, an accident happened, they got sick or what have you. And also that when they got home, they will always have someone at the home. So I prayed and asked God. Our situation was out of a need, because because my husband was doing everything and the money just got so tight, that, I mean, literally, he couldn't even we couldn't even buy a baby ice cream. And then I remember the day in the revelation of that is when I made a decision. I said, God, um, this is got to be a better way. You just got to give me an opportunity. And he gave me that opportunity. I went to a convention and it changed my life. And when I came back, I told my kids and my husband, I said, we would never struggle again. And that's when I took off in my business. I learned it. I exceeded. I did excellent
Mm-hmm.
in the business and went to the top of the company. And my husband had already been in the business a year and a half, but God had brought the business to me through one of my coworkers that I worked with prior, to retiring and coming home. And God set up everything from the beginning. We met, me and that gentleman. We left the same day at that company. We had no idea, but I was there to meet him so he can bring me into Legal Shield. And when he brought me into Legal Shield, um, my husband got in the business. Like I said, he did a year and a half. He begged me to help him. Then I came aboard and then I took over. And so all I can tell you, whatever your business is, understand, do it for you and not for a title or rank or anything else. Just know your own goals, because everybody's situation is different. I got very, very sick in my company. Because I worked from sun up to sundown. And what I did, I lost focus of the reason I came in the first place was to have time with my kids. But I took away from that my kids because I was chasing the dollar.
Right.
And I will tell you, at 48 years young, one thing I've learned in this industry and even in my own business, that I would not chase money, but money will chase me.
Come on.
Now that I just learned that. I refuse. I would not. If you call me, nope, I'm not open, because
Wait,
I used
I got to stop you because I will not chase money, but money will chase me. That's a good affirmation. I'm gonna add that to my list. I'm
absolutely,
gonna add that to my list. And you see, so I
absolutely.
want to even just recognize. Thank you, Renee. I see my mom is here. She said parents at home is excellent. Renee was saying this was the best. This was the best thing being an entrepreneur that she
Mhm.
could have ever done. She never looks back. So thank you even for
Yes,
sharing that.
congratulations.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted to make sure we put that in there. Do it for you and know your own goals. And
Absolutely.
again, this is someone who this is real life. Like I know, you know what I mean. We walked in, build large organizations, made
Mhm.
amazing money, but there's a lot of nuggets and takeaways and things that we can share, you know, to others that are in this industry. So I'm glad that you were able to
Absolutely.
share that. So no chasing money. I
Mhm.
allow the money to chase me. It will come. It
Absolutely.
will chase me because it's
Mhm.
already yours. You know what I mean? Like we already really have to. We just have to, you know, be open and get in the right space to receive. So that's good. That's good. That's good. Okay. So anything else on MLMs? Anything else you want to share? Because I want to get right into where we at now.
Okay. No, I just want whatever you to do. I will say this about MLM because I think it's very important. Pray about who you come with in MLM, and I'm gonna give you an example real quick, and then we can move to the next subject. Anana, Dada Anana, and myself, we were in another company together, and she sponsored me this particular time in this other network marketing company,
Yeah.
and that was with Tracy Lynn Jury, if
Yeah.
that's okay to say.
Yeah.
But here's the thing that was important to me. Whatever I needed, okay, if I stand anything, she was available to me. You have to make sure that you don't just get with people who want you to get in because they're trying to hit a position or whatever their motives. You got to make sure the motives are right.
That's right.
That is so important. Otherwise, you're going to be frustrated and you will hate the industry as a whole. But when you get in there with people that really are not just concerned about themselves, but they really are concerned about your success and your family, that's when you know it's true. So if Anana sponsored me, I knew right then it was not about her. It was about us as a team collectively winning. And we did all win together in that industry. I even came, I just had signed up and I was in Florida at an event that we celebrated with her success, walking on the stars. But it was so motivating to me. I even got to meet Les Brown. Amen. But I'm just saying, everything that we've done together, it has been an excellent because that's who she is as a leader. You have to find someone who's passionate about what they're doing, but their love for people it outweighs their love for money and greed.
That's good.
Then you know that you're on a winning team.
That's good.
That's all.
Very, very awesome advice because we really don't know that at first. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and a lot of people they get into things and it's like, what happened? Well, like it was just I was a number. What you doing? Didn't nobody care if you were sick, the dog was sick, the kids were sick, whoever, what was going on in your life didn't care, and it's really more about relationships, and I think that's
Yeah.
how it speaks even to us now, 15, 16 years later, that
Mhm.
here we are, at a whole nother space and time, but still doing things, still rooting for each other, still supporting each other, and to be able to share this space even now is really, really amazing. And it's certainly a God thing. So you're so right about that. So right about that.
Yeah.
So
And
thank you for that.
multi-level marketing is not about business. It really is about family. Like the relationships, all of my relationships that I have came through MLM. My best friends, including Anana, we're not even in the same business,
Right.
but we remain friends because it was always more than that.
Yeah.
It wasn't about the business. That was just what brought us together.
True.
But the relationship is what will last forever if you treat it that way.
Right.
Some people get angry if I leave. Well, now we're not talking, honey. I don't care about that company.
Oh, baby.
That brought us together, sweetheart. That's how God did it. He set it up, but the relationship is gonna last forever.
That
No matter which
that'll
ways we
preach.
go, we're still
That'll
friends.
preach, honey. How we was like this, right? Like how just because I'm
Yeah.
not there no more, vice versa. We ain't cool no more. Like how that work? Like what did we really have? You know what I mean? If that was all that
Exactly.
kept us together, and it's sad, but that does happen. But then you see
Mhm.
it beyond that. So you're right about that. Very, very true. Very, very true. All right.
Amen.
So listen. So I mean, and this is. I just love to talk. I knew this was going to be good because I like. Let's be clear. We haven't spoken really, like had a real conversation in a minute. I would say at least 9 months or so. Right. I mean, we're always talking, rooting, and sharing, and doing what we do, but we haven't even spoken. And so I don't even know where to go from here. Okay. Let's deal with 21 years of marriage.
Okay. Woo.
Let's do about 20. I mean, we
Girl.
got for about 20 minutes, so you're gonna have to drink your water. Let's speak
You know what I need? need to really drink, but this is all I can drink at the 75 days. Go ahead. Amen.
Wait. Let's speak to that because I mean, even in that, oh my goodness, you know you've helped me. Look, I probably hurt you. I probably helped you. I hope I helped you. Look, we done talked each other off the
Yes,
edge, out of court, out of jail, and everything.
hallelujah. Yes.
Oh my goodness. So when I see your anniversary pictures and I get to see your wedding picture, I'm like, man,
Mm-hmm.
we look, you made it. I'm saying we, like I'm there with you. I am. Like we made it. We still making it. But that
Yes.
is so powerful. I mean, when I see you guys working out and doing so many things together, let's talk a little bit about the woman that is married, that is a wife, and certainly wants to, because a lot of even you starting even entrepreneurship was because you wanted to help and take the burden off financially for your husband. And a
Mm-hmm.
lot of women will start in that space as well. So just give me a good 3-minute topic. Give me a little 3-minute talk, if you will, about being a wife, but also being an entrepreneur, being your own business owner and running your own business. How do you balance that? Again, if that is a word, but what would be some of your advice or your tips to women that are in that same position?
Okay, I'm looking at my clock. Okay, so first thing I want to tell you guys is that marriage is not easy at all. Okay, but because you got two different people. Okay, but here's the thing that I will tell you that is wonderful, and what I did as a woman, and I think a lot of us have done it when we get married and period, and we have children and families, we lose ourselves. See, I lost my complete identity when I stayed home for those many years. I completely forgot who I was. I literally gave up my life and goals and things that I mean, some women don't do that. They can balance all of it, but I just didn't know any different because what I was doing, um I just thought about everybody else first. And so the person I neglected the most was myself. And so therefore, what happened, I didn't feel like what I was doing was a contribution because if it didn't have financial ties to it. Now understand, when I was in my business legal shield, I made more money than my husband. Period. Okay. And I was running the household and I was taking care of the kids. So literally I was like, honey, am I here by myself? What's really going on? But I still did what I had to do. And so, but what happened, I'll never forget, because he used to complain and make these comments and statements. And I was like, you know what, boo, since you want your house clean, you want your food, you want all that, you want a housewife, right? I'm gonna give you a housewife. We moved from my house and at this particular time to our second, we had just moved. And I told him, I said, I'm going on a sabbatical. I'm gonna take care and give you everything that you asked for, but I will not bring a dime in this house. He was like, oh no, hold on. I said, oh no. I said, that's what you wanted. And I gave him everything he wanted. I took care of his kids. His meal was ready. I said, because one thing you're going to understand, brother, I'm not going to do all this by myself,
Mm-hmm.
and not be appreciated, because if you paid me for the work that I did here, honey, you wouldn't have a paycheck. Because
Talk about it,
this
Tracy.
is
We talk about
24 hours a
you
day, so
talk
we
tonight,
don't get
Tracy.
money breaks. You know what I'm saying? So we become counselors. I just told him, I said, I'm a counselor, financial planner, doctor. I'm a lawyer. I do it all. There's nothing that you have to worry about. So now, moving forward here today, the beautiful thing about, we just had this conversation 2 weeks ago. I'm looking at my time. 1 second. This is the decision that I made for myself, guys. We have debts. Me and my husband got, different debts. And so this pandemic has been the greatest blessing for myself and my business. And I'm just being honest. I ain't talking about COVID now. I said the pandemic. So my husband and I was able to pay off together, because I did a budget, my business, everything. And I said, this is what we're gonna pay off. And it was $5,300 some dollars. And I said, we're gonna do this in a month and a half. But we ended up paying $7,300 of debt off, because I was focused. And when I'm focused on debt, he'll tell you I'll pay it off. It's no option. And so not only that, I save money. I have a money chart that I do. It's a 52-week money chart you can get off, on YouTube, online. And it's one that starts with $1, $2, $4. And it whatever, mine is going to have over $5,000 by the end of this 12 weeks. And so, I'm sorry, I can't take this thing. So the thing about it is that what we have to understand is that for myself, because I handle everything financially, I set up this whole household.
Mhm.
And so what I'm doing now is I work, and on you see on the my hashtag, I am working my way out of debt. Period.
It's good.
And because of that, I'm intentional and I'm focused on what I'm doing. And that's why the growth of my business is doing what it's doing, because I'm not going to give up 1 year. I planned it out. Everything will be paid in my name in full. And I'm going to do it, not us, but me.
Come on now.
And that's just to give me my independence and freedom back, because I have to prove to myself that I can stand by myself. If my husband gets sick, somebody got to be able to handle these bills.
That's
If
good.
he leave, I mean, whatever. I mean, he ain't going nowhere. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But whatever happens, we got to know that the household can still be ran, if that makes sense.
That is so good and so powerful, because again, we're talking about, a marriage being a unit, but even the things that you're doing, it also relieves stress and tension for him. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure that gives peace, that brings more love and more. It's a different energy, that balances, because you're so focused and helping, relieving the debt and doing the things that's so powerful by itself. And the other thing I would say is, even for those that are single, right? I mean, it's not like, you still, this is things that you can do, and, be about removing the debt, be about, building a savings. This can go for single and married people.
Yes.
Will. So I think that is good. And I saw that you had, it was a hashtag self-made millionaire. That's another one. You said hashtag self-made millionaire. I see that he's posting your stuff. So what's that about? Tell me about that real quick.
Okay. So what that means is that I've been in this industry for a long time. Hold on one second. Give her the 2 salads. She's outside. Please, I'm sorry. Make sure it's the one with the brown. It's all the brownies.
Look, she's working, y'all.
I'm sorry, y'all. My customer can't apologize.
Self-made millionaire.
So what happens is that I told myself I have given these companies everything inside of me, and I have branded and I have built them. So now I will brand and build myself, and I will no longer work and build. If I'm gonna work that hard, I'm gonna work hard for Sonya Yeadon, and I'm gonna become a multi-millionaire, because no matter what company you're in, I don't care how much independence they say you are, you still have to follow their rules and regulations.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
So this one right here has my name. I got the LLC. I paid for it, so I'm the boss lady. Now the other company, even when you in it, I'm not telling you not to do both, because multi-level marketing is going to give you the funding to build your dreams.
Absolutely.
Okay, you can get the money from them, but you need to make sure whatever you do, that you give up on yours, because Anana has so many different businesses and different things that she's inspired to do. But just because she's in a business doesn't mean that she's giving up on herself. But we just can't build them and not build us. God's been waiting for her success a long time.
No, it's so true, because I remember when we had this conversation, I want to say maybe 2 years ago, and we were talking about different companies, because this is what we do, how we could do this, what we enjoy. So we were exploring different companies, and you might have been talking to me about this one, and I told you the same thing. I said, listen, sis, at the end of the day, right now, like, I'm about building something with my name on it, building something that Anana is the CEO and the founder of. And, and it's amazing that here we are 2 years later, and we're both doing just that. And now y'all know I still be about my coins. Y'all know I'm TLC. I got the T. I got the Nutriverse, right? And what have you, right? I don't know what else, but there's so many things to us. There's so much gifting. There's so many things to us, but there's always, when you look up to the top there, it says Mom's on a Mission. When you see me, my colors, y'all know what it is. It's Blessed Girl, right? So that's a beautiful thing too. And I think that even MLM, like, there's entrepreneurial spirit. That's something God gave all of us, right? And we develop that when we're in different companies. But I think at the end of it all, there is something that is about you and your purpose and your mission and what God has called you to do. And I always really encourage women to look and seek into that. Look inside, because the answer is not going to come outside. It's not going to be, it might help develop, but it certainly is important to really build your own, discover your purpose, build your own brand, whatever. If it's time for you to be writing books, to be singing songs, to be coaching. I know Tracy's on here. She's the reset coach and she deals with wellness and health, and but I just love that because we have the ability to create so much, and we really just getting started. So I mean, just a way to even encourage a lot of the folks that are watching tonight, like, what's got your name on it? What's your EIN number? What's your ID? And more importantly, I know that we are to be employers, not employees. So I know, like, my goal for 2021 is how many employees how many checks am I writing? How many people I'm going to have? How many people am I now employing? Right? That's like really big for me. So those are things that I know that are coming up. So I'm excited. So talk to me about Sonya's Divine Creations. Like, for real.
I'm so excited too. Okay, let me you open this up with the answer to to everything that you just said. Let me tell you, remember when you said about your hands? Honey, let me tell you something. Now, I can, I do this, but I don't want y'all to get this twisted because I have to be honest, okay? Let me just say what I got to say. I tell my customers the same thing, and they over here praying for me. I said, y'all see that hashtag? It say cooking my way out of debt. When the debt gone, I'm out of here. And they be like, oh, no. I said, let me tell you something. I got a lot of purposes. And this right here is one of my purposes is to bless y'all right now. But I have so many other things that I desire. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Women are my ministry. Yes. But you got to go back to the Bible when God was talking to Moses.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Even when he was talking to the young lady and Elijah came and spoke to her and told her about the oil. And it's like, what do you have in your hands? Whatever you have in your hands, and my hands, my gifting is my hands.
Come on.
My hands of cooking. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, help me. That is not what I want to hear. And I'm telling you guys, I fought this for a long time. God gave me this vision when this little boy was born over 8 years ago. So I didn't walk just into the gifting immediately, but I knew I needed something else for my life outside of my multi-level marketing that I can do for myself. And I just started. I didn't wait till it got right. I did it. I walked out, did it, just stepped out on faith. And this young lady, God put
wait. I got to jump in. I was going to let you go. Well, wait a minute. Let's first, because, this is what we deal with and coach on Moms on a Mission. So you ain't wait for it to be right. You ain't wait to get the perfect salad, the perfect, I don't even know, container, the perfect recipe. We always waiting for something to be perfect. Baby, you perfected along the way. The point is, God done gave you the vision. He done gave you the purpose, and you started. You got to look. Faith without works is what?
Dead.
Martin Luther King said, "Listen, faith is just taking the first step without seeing the whole staircase." Come on, like, all right, I'll let you go. Because I just had to just jump in it.
No. You go and see. Here's the great thing about God. He put a young lady, we reconnected, and she told me, she said, Sonya, I'm going to buy salads for my staff. I'm gonna be the first one to buy your salads, and then it's up to you to make them good enough that they'll come back and order some more. And from the time she purchased all those salads, every week her people ordered from me because that's how awesome the salads were. And that's how my vision started. And then it went from the salads. I was a salad lady. Then they asked me, well, do you cook food? And I was like, yeah, I can cook. And then I started selling plates. Then it went from plates to do you do meals? So now I'm doing catering for a car dealership. I just did my first personal anniversary, 10-year anniversary. I was their personal chef. And now I'm fixing food for them on a weekly basis. They're pastors. And now I've hired an employee per se. She's a business partner of mine because we're doing keto desserts, and we're doing keto pizzas. So Friday now is keto pizzas and salads that we're doing, and now we have the desserts. And so, baby, let me tell you, I told her, and the thing about it is that I've been working with this young lady for 5 years, and she was like, Sonya, she has fought me, and I want to strangle her. I'm like, girl, you got 9 million gifts. Do not let me tell you something. I'm gonna end this with this word because this is important for anybody on here. Do not you got to go back and read the story of the three men with talents. One had five, one had four, one had two. Just say that. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, if God gave you the talent and he told you to go multiply it, and the one that had the one talent, he did not do anything with it. So what did God do? He took it away from him and gave it to the one that had the five, and he multiplied it. So don't let your gifts be taken away from you, and let God give it to someone else and they walk in your promised land. Because the graveyard has the greatest and the most successful business ideas in the world because people took it with them. You only got a short time out here to put a stamp on this earth. So now is our time. And I'm telling you, in this pandemic, honey, people are going to eat every day. And if I had to cook every day, they would let me cook every day. I did it for 7 days, 1 week, and I said never again. So now I set my own schedule. I'm off. I work on Monday, do my meal prep. Tuesday, I'm off. I do my salads Wednesday through Friday. Saturday and Sunday, I'm off. I am the CEO. But at first, I allowed it to run me. And then I told myself, the devil doesn't lie. I will never chase money again. God has brought new people to me every day. Just got a new client. Every day somebody calling. I'm like, how did you even hear about me? Girl, I saw you on Facebook.
Woo!
So I sow into people and I bless them. But I will tell you, if you don't use your talents and gifts, he will remove them from you and give it to that will use it. And I refuse to let him remove mine from me because I need the finances to get myself and walk in a new direction. Okay, Anana.
I wish I had a shoe. I got a flip flop to throw at you. You gotta come on now. Wait a minute. Let me see some of these comments. Let me just see some of the comments. What Tracy said. Come on, Tracy. Tracy said, and it will never be perfect. There's always room for improvement. She had to learn
Every
that
day.
from the beginning. Waiting for perfection, you'll be staying right there waiting, and that's a whole nother story. That's Reverend Ivy. She said, write the vision, make it plain with it, and it will surely come to pass. My Lord. And I
Absolutely.
love that, and it's funny because people see, doing different things. Anana, what you doing now, girl? I promise you, it's nothing but what you just said. This, okay, he gave me this one gift. He gave me this one talent. I'm moving on that. Before I know, oh no, I can't do this. Okay, you can. You absolutely can. And I believe that and I receive that even when it comes to the pandemic. Don't believe everybody else saying, oh, it's this bad and this and that. You watch what you say, watch what you hear, and watch what you bring in.
Yeah,
Because I don't care. 2020 is my year. I promise you, I
absolutely.
have not done so much more. I mean, projects and meeting and connecting and launching and making money that
Mhm.
I never even thought of, right? But so you have to know what
Absolutely.
you're saying. Who with me?
Mhm.
Who I don't care. Listen, it's the ninth month of 2020, but this is my year. I don't
Oh,
know about
absolutely.
you, but I know that I'm going to
Is
use all of
mine.
my talents. I ain't wasting no talents. What else you got, Lord? I'll
Mhm.
take it, I'll receive it, and I will use it to glorify
Absolutely.
the kingdom.
Mhm.
Baby, that's
Absolutely.
good, sis.
He
That's
will put
good.
the right
That's
people in your path to help you because now the young lady who's with me, she's doing my keto pizzas.
yes,
But it's still my business. You understand what I'm saying?
absolutely.
And so now she's bringing the desserts. And then, oh, we're going to bring other things now. Don't get it twisted here. And so now and I employed my daughter because my daughter does all my meal prep and she does the dishes. And so there's so many things that have been taken off of me, but I'm learning. I'm still growing and learning. I don't know what I'm doing, but I do know how to make my money. So if I write down what I'm gonna get, you better believe it, honey. By hook or crook, the money's gonna come in. And I say, God, I don't care where the resources come from. Just sign somebody up from Legal Shield. I wasn't even trying to sign them up. But hey, and I'm about to sign somebody else up when I get off of here for Legal Shield. But
I
my
know that's
thing
right.
is, I'm gonna take the money wherever it come from, Lord. I said because this how much I need this week to pay. I said to go, and I tell anybody if you guys got debt, I do 90 days. Ask my husband. I'm excellent at it. I do 30, 60, and 90-day goals on how to pay my debt off. I don't care how big it is. And I'm asking for some supernatural because he's going to have to bring some super on this natural in order to get it paid off. It ain't going to look like you can do it in the natural. It's not supposed to do. Don't ask them how it's going to happen. You just declare and know it's done. Everything I've gotten, I declare, and that's what people say. I don't know if you get the faith from, honey. Your words, it told me. He just told me to put it out there. And I declare and decree that this vehicle is paid off. And we won't have no vehicle. We just got paid off the other three. The devil is a lie. And I'm telling you, this is your season. Don't ever believe this crap about people ain't got money. Stop spending people money. People are spending more money now. My husband made $1,500 on a part-time basis doing Uber Eats. That's it. He don't pick nobody up because people eating, they depressed, and whatever they need. I'm just telling y'all right now, they gonna do it. They smoking their weed. I guess they need it at night, honey, because he's like everybody's house I go to. So money is out here. This is your time while you in this house on this internet. Don't sit here and be depressed. You better ask God what business is I'm supposed to be doing. What are you great at? If you know how to cook, sell the food, honey. The people gonna buy it because they hungry. They don't want to go out here waiting in no line 30 minutes for no doggone fast food. And then you got places that businesses, that's where we getting ready to go next because they can't leave. They don't want to leave parking space up. Then they gotta wait the 30 minutes over just by them waiting because of the pandemic.
Yes.
This is your time. Don't you ever buy nobody opinion about when it comes to how the economy is. The devil is a lie. This is the best economy in the world right now. I'm telling you guys, because people spending money online, they bored, they ain't got nothing else to do. So you better put some online that you can sell or get them jokers so they can spend money with you. That's all I'm saying.
What I tell y'all, and y'all see, right? Y'all see what I'm talking about. Do you see what I'm talking about? But let me just rewind. You said put some super on my natural. Somebody
Absolutely.
please put that on the feed for me. Lord, put your super on my natural. My
Absolutely.
God, I mean that. I mean, I know we saying it, but that's real right there. Like just taking the little that
Absolutely.
I got. That's back to the 2 fish and the 5 loaves. Listen, God, this all I got. Like, listen, and you said, hey, I'm just going with these salads here. Like, that's all I'm doing. I'm making some salads. But now here you got Keto Friday. You got keto desserts. I don't even know what the next thing is going, right? But the overflow, the abundance, because all you said was, here's my natural. I got these salads. This is what I can do.
I'm
But I need
saying.
just super on that. And I tell you, y'all better watch Sonya's Divine Creations because I can't wait till she get to start shipping them and we can get them up here up north. I don't know what
Yes,
we're going to
baby.
do next, but she's going to have a
It's
franchise.
coming, girl. It's
I
coming.
don't know what you're going to have franchise. I'll be one of the owners of that. I don't know, sis, but
Absolutely.
listen, 2021, I don't know what, but I know for sure, that it is our time. It is our season. The time
Absolutely.
of
This
lack
is
is
your season.
over. It's over.
Yes.
That you
Mm-hmm.
are a mom on a mission. You have been that. I mean, and I just thank God. I just really am just so honored just for you to share your story tonight. And I know it's an encouragement because to those that are listening and watching, everybody has their unique gift.
Absolutely.
Everybody has their unique talent. And if you're
Mm-hmm.
not using it, if you're not tapping into it, or you got it, but you got it sitting under the pillow, if you got it sitting up under the bed, sitting over there on the shelf, and you ain't doing nothing with it, that's over. Go pick it up tonight.
Absolutely.
Go make
Today.
it tonight. Go
Absolutely.
start
Today.
taking some pictures tonight. Start researching it tonight, right? And of
Mm-hmm.
course, if you need any
Absolutely.
help and assistance, then you know, hit us up. This is what we do. Moms on a mission, getting you, coaching you, and working
Yes.
you to get into moving in your purpose. No longer postponing your purpose. This is
Absolutely.
the time and this is the season. This was so good, sis. Oh my goodness. Let me just read
Thank you.
some comments. That's Rev. She says, super on my natural. Tracy said, put your super on my natural. That's it. This is
Absolutely.
our season, guys. This is
It
certainly
is.
our season. So, sis, I
Absolutely.
think I covered everything. Anything, what we got? We got about five more minutes. Anything about motherhood? I mean, that's something that I'm
Yes.
definitely passionate about. I mean, you got the different generations. You got one off in college. You got one getting ready to go off, and then you still got little man Austin in the house with you. Don't be rolling your eyes now. Come on now. Now, let's give a good word about
Well, help
motherhood.
us.
Yes.
Amen. Praise the Lord. Um, Well, the great thing about motherhood, honestly, is the fact that your kids are your motivation because you want them to have more than what you had. But at the same time, you want them to see you succeed as a mother and give them that empowerment and encouragement that if my mom can do it,
Yes.
you know, I can do it. You have to transfer. It's time out, thinking that we got to struggle. I don't want to struggle with no more. I'm done with the struggle, honey. It's my season for grace and favor. It's my season to, provide for my kids whatever they heart desired. And I'm not talking about just material thing. I'm talking about showing them that there's a better way. If I say I believe in God and God believes in me, but I'm gonna tell you guys my philosophy with motherhood. I tell my kids all the time, if I'm a descendant of Abraham and he had so much wealth that he didn't have any room, he had they didn't have enough room to receive it, and him and Lot had to split. I know I'm supposed to be wealthy because we are his descendant. And I tell my children the same thing. You will not ever see the righteous beg for bread. And my kids or my family will never beg for bread. So it's love up to me right now to move in my purpose and to do the will of God. And I'm going to let him do his part while I do my part. But I can only do so much. That's why I know he's doing the rest. He's working overtime when I'm asleep. But all of this is going to come to fruition in 2021. All of you guys will know about Sonya Divine's creation because it's going to be up north, south, to the east, and to the west. And my children will have an inheritance, and I'm going to set that inheritance up because they ain't going to get it no 18 years old and blow my doggone money. The devil is a lie. Now I'm going to spend my money while I'm on earth. Don't get it twisted. I am going to be a traveling fool, but I will set them up some assets as well. So when you look at your kids, my daughter told me she was proud of me because they saw me sitting here looking sad as a puppy because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what my purpose was because I was so busy helping them. But now I have my own purpose, my own passion, my own business, and I have something to do every day, even on my off days, because now I have a true business. But I didn't treat this business as a business. I'm gonna tell you in the beginning, I treated it like a hobby, so it paid me like a hobby. But now that I treat it like a business, it pays me like a business. So whatever you do, if it's network marketing or your own traditional business, you're gonna have to make sure that you show up for work, show up more for you than you show up for anybody else, so that your children will see how hard you work and they can understand work ethics.
Mm. That's good. I mean, there's so much there. Descendants of Abraham, you on something right there. Don't have to
Mhm.
struggle no more. Done with struggling. Like, just say
Yes,
that. I'm done with struggling, man.
I'm
Like, I'm
done.
done with that. Like, trying to find money for this and for that. No, no,
Mm-mm.
I'm done with that. Like, that's so powerful. And showing up for you. I love
Yes.
that part, especially when we talk about being a mother. Like, we're
Mhm.
such an example. They
Yes.
even though they don't think they ain't watching, they're learning so much from
Yes.
our ability to walk by faith, our
Mhm.
ability to believe in ourselves, to take a chance,
Yep.
to be that provider is so, so important. So, I mean, this was just so great. I thank you. I thank you. We could go on and on. I mean, but and I know, we're gonna share more as Sonya's Divine Creations grows and grows, guys.
Yes.
I want you to make sure you follow her. If you're in the Georgia market, I ain't even gonna say just Atlanta, but if you're in that area,
Yes.
if you're driving through, if you ever go in there after visit, you got family there. You want to make sure you go and support her business and taste these salads. Go get you a
Absolutely.
plate. She called it a plate. We go get you
Yes,
a plate.
girl.
Get you a keto Friday pizza,
Yes.
whatever it is. But I pray, I mean, just continue blessings for you, sis. And I thank
Thank
you so much
you.
for your obedience, for your courage, and really be an example of a wife, of a mother, and more
Absolutely.
importantly, being a mom on a mission. So I love you. I
Absolutely.
appreciate you.
I love
Thank you
you.
so
Thank
much.
you.
I'm trying to think of some of my mom says, yes, they need their inheritance. That's right. We leave an inheritance for our children. Tracy said,
Absolutely.
amen to that. Treat it like a hobby, it'll pay you like a hobby.
You
But you
better
treat
believe
it
it.
like a business, it'll pay you like a business. And even with that, like, our kids can learn entrepreneur. It's not that you got to go get a job and work for somebody else.
Absolutely.
You You can create your job. You are the economy. You can create your own economy. Man, I can go on and on with that. I really, really can.
And that's what my
But
daughter does. She does my brownies. She does brownies, and I
yes,
sell her brownies for her. That's her business because she gonna get out of my pocket, and that's why I pay her to take care of the cleanup and the prep, the meal prep. I pay her, and then I sell her brownies for her business.
oh, come on, man, sis. I love it. I thank you again. I thank you guys for watching. Understand this was just another real talk, real solutions conversation. And you know, Moms on a Mission tonight was all about that. And one thing I'm passionate about is helping women fulfill and reach their potential in this time and in this season. So let's connect. If you're ready, you got that business, you're ready to start and launch, you're not sure where to go and how to get there. Listen, you know, be bold, be you, be blessed, and be a mom on a mission. Thank you guys and have a good night.